detox flow practice, one of my favorite and most popular practices that I teach. This is a pretty strong and powerful heated practice, so listen to your body, take your time. I'm giving all sorts of levels and phases for you to work up to. We're going to start with fire mudra. The word is Agni, fire in Sanskrit. We take the left hand palm up. I'm going to try to mirror you. Hold it right beneath the belly button. Right hand thumb up is placed on top. Agni, the source of all life, the fire. Begin by slowly taking a breath in. Fill yourself all the way up. Open your mouth and powerfully exhale. Empty yourself completely. Inhale. Fill up, sitting tall. And then open the mouth and press the breath out, navel to the spine. We'll go a little faster. Inhale. Powerful exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling strong out the mouth. Let's keep that up for a little while. Moving from the navel. So as you inhale, the breath is drawn down. As you exhale, you're squeezing. We're holding fire mudra. Feel the pumping coming from the navel. Now, if you have some experience, I want you to close the mouth and continue through the nose. Exhaling from the nose, squeezing from the belly and around the pelvic floor, pressing the breath out. As you relax the belly, you're naturally taking a breath in. Continue. Either close the eyes or look down in the floor in front of you. Let's go 10 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please exhale all the breath out, taking the navel in and up. Inhale and draw the breath up and towards your chest. Fill yourself up completely, all the way to the collarbones. Drop the chin and just hold your breath. And as you hold your breath, visualize the fire behind the navel, reddish orange light beginning to radiate from your solar plexus like the sun, radiating out in all directions. Lift the chin and very gently exhale all the breath out. Pause with either eyes closed or eyes still and just breathe naturally for a few moments to feel the effects of that breathing practice. We're going to take it into round 2. Only this time we'll take both hands, thumbs up, fists. Inhale your arms up into the air, creating a sensation of extension and lift. Thumbs are the symbol for fire in the hands. We're going to go ahead and move back into that powerful breathing, either exhaling from the mouth or the nose, but the concentration is here at the center of the navel. Take a breath in. Exhale all the breath out, navel draws in and up. Softly inhale and begin pumping. Go either fast or slow, but try to maintain a steady rhythm. Concentration on the area 3 fingers below your belly button, the center of your pelvis. Small contractions to start awakening the energy that resides at the base of the spine and lifting up. So as we create this fire, you may begin to feel some heat. If you can go a little faster, continue. Shoulders are relaxed. Eyes may be closed or gazing down to the floor in front of you. Thumbs up, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the breath out, slow release. And then inhale again, fill the lungs. Inhale all the way to the top. Reach and extend out through your arms. Once you're full, hold your breath. Chin towards the chest. Calm the mind, relax the shoulders. Feel deep in from the floor of the pelvis all the way around towards your solar plexus. This is the area we'll be working in this practice, mainly concentrating on what we call the 3rd chakra, or the seat of our self-empowerment, self-will, determination, and ego. When you're ready to release, lift the chin and slowly bring your hands back down in front of the heart. Beautiful. Draw the thumbs in. Wrap the fingers around the thumbs like you make 2 fists. Place the fist right at the low belly. Soft belly as you exhale, fold forward. Drop all the way in and then just move your hands like you are massaging the organs. Moving the fists gently into the navel as you completely relax. When you're ready, come up gently. So this practice is all about digestion and elimination. Let's go ahead and turn. We'll come onto all fours. If you've noticed, I place my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm creating the structure of the form here, knees under hips. We'll start by inhaling and opening. And as we exhale, we'll flex and look towards the navel. Once again, lifting belly button in and up. Inhale through the extension of the spine, drawing your chest forward through the upper arms, and exhale in. Now we want to start moving primarily from our pelvis. So the legs are working, the core is working. We're dropping the hip bones and then lifting them up. In a tilting and tucking of your pelvis, we'll go ahead and add the mid and upper spine, even adding the neck. We're going to add a little bit of rhythm here. You can always pause and take a rest. Go as fast or as slow as you feel ready for. I want to start to move a little bit faster. I could even exhale out my mouth to make this more powerful. Concentrating from the pelvis and the center of the body, the solar plexus. So we're really starting to wake up some heat. Keep going. Try to keep it up for another 30 seconds. This can be challenging. You can close your eyes. Try to keep the shoulders right over the wrist bones, steady through your arms, fingers engaged, gripping the mat lightly. Keep going. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, 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 exhale. Round the spine. Take the belly in and up. Squeeze from the floor of the pelvis. And as you exhale, go ahead and sit all the way down. Drop the head and chest. Take a few breaths in and a few breaths out. Come back to the equal flow of your breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Steady ujjayi breathing. Sound soft at the base of the throat. Let's continue. Inhale up onto all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes. We'll begin to slowly lift up and back. Go ahead and pedal the legs a few times. Bending one knee, straightening the other leg as if you were walking in place, just gently stretching out. Now we're going to head into our core activation sequence before we get into our flow. You can step forward to sit down, and let's come on to our backs. We'll lift our knees up over our hips. Our feet are up. We've got about a 90-degree angle. Let's take our hands behind our head. For a moment, letting the head drop into the hands and the elbows into the floor. We'll take a couple of breaths in, emphasizing the opening through the front of the chest, the expanding of the lungs. The inspiration is the aspect of the breath that stimulates and activates. As we exhale, let's emphasize the draw of our floating ribs in and down and towards the belly button. The belly button is also drawing in towards the body along the length of the exhalation. And in particular, at the bottom of the exhale, we're going to lightly squeeze the sitting bones towards each other. Full activation, the upper, the lower, and the mid-abdominals. Take one more breath in. This time as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders up and bring your elbows towards your legs. Be careful to not pull the head and crunch the neck. Inhaling down and exhaling up. Again, emphasize this activation from the center of your body. If you would like to work with straight legs, we can extend the legs up and spread out through the toes. To add a little more intensity, I'll also, as I exhale and lift my upper body, I'll attempt to lift the tailbone up into the air. It's a very small lift that will deeply activate the low core abdominal area and pelvic floor. Let's do about 5 to 10 more. Coming up on the exhale, returning head and shoulders down on the in-breath. There's a hug of the legs in. You could even put a block or a rolled blanket or towel between your upper inner thighs. That's a great prop to use. 3 more. Last one. Let's hold ourselves up, take another breath in, and then exhale, twist over to one side. And then inhale at center, staying up, and exhale, twist over to the other side. We'll continue to move through center as we inhale, twisting to activate the obliques as we exhale. Work on your own a few more rounds. Continue either bent or straight legs. Strong hug towards the midline as if your legs were squeezing into each other. Now this isn't about doing like 100 crunches as fast as you can. We're working on a deep activation from the center of the body. Last round. Beautiful. Finishing on the side you didn't start with. And then let's come center, release our elbows and head to the floor, put our feet down onto the ground, pressing into the feet. Go ahead and pick up your hips. And at this point, relax the whole abdominal area, getting a light stretch through the front of the belly, toning the back of the body, lifting the hips, lifting the chest, pressing elbows and head and feet into the earth. Steady back into the breathing, inhalations and exhalations through the nose, equal length. Beautiful. Let's go down for a second round. We'll do a slight variation on this one. Let's go ahead and pick up the legs again. Bent knee position, knees over hips. I'd like you to extend your arms out in line with your shoulders, palms pressing down. As we inhale at center, let's again open through the front of the chest. As we exhale, we're going to drop our knees over towards the right without going all the way down. Inhale back to center. Keep both shoulders pinned to the floor. Exhale to the left. It's a slight twist from the lower body only, and we'll continue to twist as we exhale, going over to one side with the knees, coming back to center on the in-breath. Continue on your own a few more rounds. Now again, you could still have a block or a rolled towel between the legs. That will really help you to activate the adductors as we continue on our core activation before we get into our flow. Let's go one more round. And finishing at center, go ahead and bring your arms back down onto the mat. Draw the knees into the chest for a moment and just rock side to side gently. Beautiful. Last session. Hands behind the head. We'll extend one leg forward, keeping the other knee drawn in. Coming up as if we could touch our forehead to our knee. Let's hold this for just a few moments. Every exhalation, go ahead and draw or scoop the belly button in, and then let's do little movements up and down with the straight leg. So really emphasizing deep into the low belly of that one side while we flex this knee and keep lengthening through the leg. You can support your head with your hands to make this a little more challenging. Extend the arms alongside the ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the bent knee leg and switch and switch. Really reaching out through the legs. Now I'm keeping my head and arms up. This is very challenging. I could use my hands behind my head, or I can simply lay down and place the head back onto the floor. Reaching out, spread through the toes, lengthen through the legs, draw the navel and the floating ribs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides, bend the opposite knee. Let's go ahead and pull up a little bit more. I'm already feeling that fire. You can take a break whenever you need to. Little pulses with the straight leg, up and down, concentrating deep in the low belly of that side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's straighten the other leg. Maybe we can take our arms here and we'll continue. 5, scissoring, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up. Inhale. Go ahead and pause for a moment. Draw the waistline down, and let's finish with a little bit of leg lifting. Inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. Now I've kept my upper body off of the floor. This is very challenging. You can go ahead and put the head down, arms at your side, inhaling down, exhaling back up. I'm gonna do one more variation to intensify. As you exhale, lift up with the hips. Inhaling down, exhaling up. 5 more. 3. You can stay with first level. 2. You can even move more minimally the legs. And 1. Draw the knees into the chest. Hug them in. Rock gently side to side. And let's once again stretch out from the belly. Go ahead and roll either over or come up. And we'll shift back around onto our belly. Why don't you come onto your forearms? So the forearms are about shoulder distance apart and they're parallel to each other. I want to press down into my hands and just draw the chest forward through my upper arms as I emphasize the upper arms externally rotating back. Shoulder blades on the back. Pointed toes, I'm lengthening my legs. As I exhale, I'll scoop lightly the low belly in and up. As I inhale, I'm continuing to open through the front of the chest, fill my lungs. One more breath as we stretch. Beautiful. Come down. Place your hands alongside the chest. Lift the shoulders, lift the head as we start to activate the back of the body. Elbows are hugging in. I'm going to pick up the right leg. Inhale, and then lengthen it back as I exhale. I'll pick up the left leg, keep it straight. Try to lift from the inner upper thigh. Lengthen the leg and put it back down. Activating the whole back body. We pick up both legs, shoulders, head, and chest, holding 1, 2. You can even pick your hands up off the floor, unsupported cobra, activating the whole posterior chain muscles along the back of the body, as well as glutes and hamstrings. Let's go ahead and push our feet and hands down. Take our first cobra, nice and slow. Bent elbows rise. Downward facing dog, exhale. Adjust your position. Spread your fingers. Ground your energy through your arms and legs. I like to have a little bend to the knees, especially in the beginning of the practice. So you can really lift the sit bones up, tilting the pelvis, the hip bones drop. We catch the energy by hugging the navel softly in on every exhalation. Floating ribs draw in and up, so we're not overextending and collapsing. We're contained, and we're holding this strong energy of self-empowerment, clear boundaries, value, right here at the solar plexus, awakening the energy of the sun. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, step forward, 1 foot at a time. Clearly align your feet. Foundation is key always. Bend the knees. Come onto fingertips or hands on your shins, or even 2 blocks if you prefer to use them. Lengthen as you inhale and forward fold as you exhale, drawing the belly in towards the body as you release your head and neck. Let's do that again. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen, strong legs, thighs pressing back. Exhale, forward folding. Nice and slow along the full length of the breath. At the bottom, scoop the belly in and up. Inhale 1 more time. And exhale. This is great for the organs. We're going to come up as we inhale, rise. And then exhale, the arms at your side. Let's start with sun salutations. Dynamic practice to start building some heat, so you can take breaks whenever you need to. I'm going to continue to face forward. We have our feet aligned, hip distance apart. Inhale the arms straight up. Exhale, bent knee forward fold. Keep all of that length. Draw the navel in as you come to fold over your thighs. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, we drop our hands. We'll step back 1 foot at a time, and we'll do some work in our plank pose. So to modify plank, it's pretty easy. You can put your knees down, but instead of collapsing in your hips or keeping the butt up, we want to find a nice line from knees to shoulders, a diagonal line. Core is engaged, so whether your legs are straight or bent, we're working from the center of the body. Holding 1, 2. Every exhale, let's pull the hip bones in and the floating ribs in. So instead of collapsing, we're really supporting the back of the body, front body lifting in, symbolic of the ego. Back body is more our universal connection. As we exhale, let's go down, knees first, bending our elbows. Come heart to the floor, point your toes. Cobra position, rise. Starting to wake up the spine. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Instead of holding here, let's take one breath in. And as we exhale, step to the top of the mat, 1 foot at a time. Eventually that may become a jump. Folding over the legs, exhale. And rise, inhale. And we'll be taking a twist here to the right as you exhale. Inhale back to center. To the left as you exhale. It's a little twist. We'll link these together. Second round, forward folding, exhale. Halfway up, engaging the back muscles, recreating the natural curves to the spine. Exhale, drop your hands, step or jump to the back of the mat. Let's head down from plank all the way down. Bhujangasana, inhale, heart moving through the upper arms, elbows hugging in, legs lengthening. Exhale, lift up and back. Inhale. And as you exhale, again, step or maybe lightly hop to the top of the mat. We're keeping this dynamic. Inhale, halfway up. Bent knees, forward folding, exhale. Navel scoops in. Rise as you inhale. Turn to the right, exhaling. Opening the arms. Inhale back through center line. Exhaling to the left. And let's go last round. Inhale, big lift. Exhale, maintain all of that space. Use the core, navel in and up as you fold, hinging from your hips. Inhale, heart forward, belly in and up. Exhale, step or jump back. Bend your elbows. If you're staying hovered in full chaturanga, we roll to the tops of the feet and head into upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come to the top of the mat, stepping or hopping. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise. Let's finish it with our twist. Turning to the right, exhale. Inhale, center. Grounding through the legs, staying engaged. Beautiful. Inhale, stay up for a second. Interlace your fingers, all but index finger. I'm going to face you. Bring your legs together, vessel posture. This is how we learn to pull energy in on all sides. And as we do this, think about getting longer. Crown of the head up, tailbone down. Maintain a connection at the source. It's not this. So we're holding a space for ourselves as we continue to lengthen. We'll go to the right as we exhale. And back to center, inhale. A side bend, exhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. On this one, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. This gets a little more challenging. We'll lift our heels up, squeezing in from the inner ankles, the shins, the inner thighs. Continue to reach up through the crown of your head. Find a spot on the floor and very slowly start to bend your knees. 5, we're going down. 3, 2, 1, heels are still up, pause, and then starting to stand. Inhale, coming up as slowly as you went down. Beautiful. All the way at the top, inhale, drop the heels, and bring the hands to the heart, exhale. We're heading into our sun salutation second round. Starting in chair pose, bend the knees, inhale the arms up, seated low. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart and begin to twist to the right. As you twist to the right, I want to face you so you can see we're putting the elbow on the outer thigh. We'll hold 1, 2, and 3. Back to center, inhale, and then twist left. Emphasize the navel drawing in as you exhale, the legs hugging together, knees are still level. We can see our toes, chest higher than the hips. Air element is in the chest, hips is earth and water, which is down lower. Inhale through center, keep your knees bent if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Bent or straight legs. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Jump or step back through the bent elbow position. Coming down or hovering over the mat. Inhale, back bending. exhale, downward facing dog. Now here's where we start to move into variations. Right leg up in the air. Holding your hips squared. We're not lifting the right hip. You're keeping the hips level. Hip bones facing down. Shoulders and hips are the body temple lines that we honor. Let's exhale the right knee to left elbow. Inhale, return. And again, exhale. One more time. Twisting on the exhalation. Inhale, lift the legs super high. This time bring your right foot between your hands to the top of your mat. Inhale, come up into a high lunge, finding steadiness through the legs, stability and ground from the feet up into the pelvis, squaring the hips. Let's bend the elbows and engage the back of the body. Back leg is starting to straighten. Front knee is bent. You can see my knee is right over the ankle. I'll draw the waistline back. So I'm protecting and lengthening and supporting lumbar spine and organs. As I exhale, let's bring our lower arms together like this. Exhaling and inhale, open. And exhale, pull towards each other, navel in. One more time. Exhale, let's hold this. Go ahead and bring the hands in front of the heart. Lift the elbows, twisting to the right. Prayer twist. One more breath. We're going to keep it dynamic. Look down as you exhale. Drop the hands and step it back. Let's take a vinyasa or skip it and simply go to downward facing dog posture. Left leg up. Square the hips. Engage the glute, the hamstring, the back of the body. Pull floating ribs and belly in and up. And 3 times left knee to right elbow. 1. Use your breath. Exhale, navel in and up. 2. Last one. Lift. Flex a knee in and bring your foot between your hands. When you're ready, make your way up. Adjust your foundation. Square the hips, square the shoulders. Let's open the arms. We'll engage the shoulder blades onto the back. We'll draw the waistline back as well. So instead of overextending and losing our sense of connection here, this is our source of energy. We're pulling in, we're awakening that fire. Fire rises, it creates air. Air expands us and opens all the way into the heart, that radiance, that luminosity, and then exhale, draw in, and then we move. So we're pulsing, we're finding energy through movement. Last time, inhale. Bring the hands together as you exhale. Lift the elbows and twist to the left. Right elbow onto your left thigh. Start to go slow, deeper into the twist, wringing out the organs. So this is all that work of detoxifying and purifying. The first stage of Tantra Yoga is purification. Purifying the body, not because we're bad or there's something we need to change, simply because it's the way it is now. We want to just let go of things that block energy. Let go of toxin, things that weigh us down, that don't allow energy to flow fluently. We're working with fire, the sun, and we're also working with water and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, always finding that balance. Look down as you exhale, release, and step it back. Take your flow or rest. Let's meet in downward facing dog. After you've taken a few breaths here, let's come to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or jump. Feet together. Inhale, lengthen the torso, engage the back body. Exhale, fold, drop the head. Bend your knees deep, and let's come up. Inhale. We're gonna go into a little standing sequence. Just gonna prepare us for our final postures. I'm gonna turn towards you this time, but you guys are twisting to the right. So as you turn to the right, your left elbow is on your right leg. We're gonna do a little bit of strengthening here. So keeping the weight on your right foot, go ahead and step your left foot back and then return it. And we'll do this a couple times. We're gonna try to keep this connection of elbow and right knee. So we're strengthening. I'm already feeling the fire in my outer hip. All right, step forward, you're back into chair, only now you shift your weight into the opposite foot. Pick up your right heel, and then start to pick up the right leg in a standing Marichasana twist. Hold, steady, lift, find your balance, set your eyes. Come back down slow, without ever losing the connection. Beautiful, back into center, inhale. Other side to the left, exhale. When you're ready, shift your weight onto that left foot and start to move your right leg back and forth. One more. Let's pull it in. Shift your weight and slowly pick up your left heel, and then eventually pick up the whole left leg. Keep the elbow and the thigh connected, standing twist. Moving gently out of it, gracefully. Go ahead and come to center. Inhale, let's take the arms up. Exhale, standing. I'm gonna turn to face you. This is a powerful sound movement connection. We'll go into goddess stance. Feet are turned out, knees are open. I want to get way down in there into the hips. I'll draw the tailbone down and feel the lift from the low belly. So here's the activation center. Put your hand here for a moment. The sound for the sun is ha, just like hatha yoga, sun and moon. So this is a powerful activation. We're going to use our hands, little fists, with our elbows drawn in like this. We're going to stay deep, connected down into the earth. So watch. Ha! Ha! So as I pull in, I'm going to awaken that energy and I make the sound ha. It's coming from here and it's rising. Let's try it. Ha! 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 Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale with the sound. Ha, ha, ha. 3 more. Ha, 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 ha. Hold. Now we're going to pull from up. So the arms go up and we gather and we pull down as we chant. Ha, 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 ha. 3 more. Ha, ha. Ha, don't be shy about making the sound. Last one. Now we switch it back and forth. Ha, ha, ha. Close your eyes. Ha, ha, ha. Strong arms, strong center, strong legs. Ha, ha, ha. Keep going on your own. A few more. Ha, ha, ha. Last 2. Ha, ha. Beautiful. Hands at the heart. Deep down. I know the legs are burning. Mine are too. Take a big breath in. Straighten up. Reach out. Palms up. Turn your feet in so they're pointing straight ahead. They're still wide, almost double hip distance. The palms go up. It's receptivity. Make little cups with your hands. Beautiful. Like water being caught. And then it's just pouring down into the heart. A little bit of cooling breath. Close your eyes. Slow the heart rate down by steadying your breath again. And just feeling the energy that's circulating through your body. Tantra yoga is a practice of connecting energetically, so moving from body identity to energy awareness. Beautiful. We're going to step feet together. Bring the arms in. Let's head in to a crow position, which is going to prepare us for our final side twist, which is side crow. I'm going to face you. We'll bend our knees and open them apart. The arms go to the inside of the legs. So many of you will probably already know this posture. Maybe you're trying it for the first time. Stay with this practice and have patience. So building the practice takes time. We'll spread our hands out. We'll lift the hips and bend the elbows. And as I pull my hands back, I want to get my shins or my knees towards the backs of the arms or armpits. I'll lean forward and take my time. I'm going to turn sideways for one moment so you get to see that I'm going to lift the belly in and up. So I want a strong connection. We've been working a lot of this core activation. This is where it's all coming in, right here from the navel. You'll try to lift one foot up and squeeze that heel towards the back, towards the buttocks. You can try the other side. You can work one at a time. Eventually you may get both feet up into the air. Lift the head so that you start to counterbalance the weight. And then keep lifting shoulders onto the back, scooping the navel in, activating the floor of the pelvis. Hold as long as you can, and then take a break. And come in palms facing up and fold forward. Beautiful. We'll now bring our knees together. Feet together, knees together. Let's take the hands into prayer position. We'll twist to the right. Again, I'm just going to face you. And we'll go ahead and try to bring the outer left arm as far as we can into that outer thigh. And then as we twist, we'll place our hands just like we did previously, shoulder distance apart, fingers strong. Really important that you're using your fingers. And when you bend the elbows, lean into it, but lift the shoulders up. So instead of collapsing, we want to keep the energy broad across the front of the chest. Navel lifts in and up. We'll lean forward and either come off of our feet into side crow, or stay in your twist. Any variation of it. Come back to center, and let's finish on the other side. Taking a prayer twist to start. Bringing the hands down. It's called Parshva Bakasana. Powerful twist. Arm balance, coming up slowly. Finishing at center. Let's put our elbows on our knees. Put the thumbs right under the chin. I'm going to turn sideways. Your heels may or may not be on the ground. And then go ahead and place the thumbs right at the third eye. Ground here. Eventually we will sit back. Coming to lay down once again. Take a moment to let the shoulders settle into the ground. Open the feet apart about hip distance. Lift your arms and hips up into the air on your next inhalation. Fill yourself up, and from the top, start to empty out, coming back down with your hips and your arms all the way back to the ground. Let's do that again. Inhale, rising up. And exhaling down. Now we're going to begin inhaling for 4 seconds. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Out the nose. 2, 1. Inhale for 4 seconds again, rising up. And then exhale for 6 seconds, slowing down the exhalation. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try that on your own. Inhale 4 seconds up into bridge. Come down with a 6 or 7 second count, slowing down your exhalation, lengthening it. Your movement follows your breath. 2 more times, please. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 6, 7, or 8 seconds. Now this is calming for the mind. The exhale has the releasing and detoxifying effect. As you exhale to the bottom one last time, you're drawing the navel gently in. soft sound, base of the throat. Beautiful. Now, if you don't have any injuries in your neck or shoulders, and you are fine to go in an inverted posture, one of the most highly detoxifying postures is called plow. Now, this posture has a few counterindications. One, I just mentioned, neck injuries, neck issues, high blood pressure. Females on their moon cycle may not want to go into this on the first day, but that's very personal. And then if you're pregnant, you want to be careful and maybe modify. Now, we would go, if we were going to really set it up, we'd have a blanket under our shoulders, but let's see how this feels. We're going to come up first with our hips. I want everyone to find their hands under the back and scoop the shoulder blades as close together as they can, and really press down with your upper arms as well as the back of your head. Now, this could be a good place to stay. If you feel comfortable enough, have your hands under your hips or around your hips. That's a more advanced entrance. I'll show you a different entrance in a second. Starting to come up, we switch the hands, we go into a V shape. I'm starting to head into my inverted posture, and I'll slowly begin to lower my feet to the floor behind my head. Notice I'm keeping my hands on my hips. My elbows are grounded. Now, if that was too challenging to come up in that way, we could straighten our legs, push down through our arms, and rise here. Otherwise, you're staying in the former pose, the previous pose, the bridge pose. Never stay in these postures if your breath is compromised or you feel any pain or discomfort in your neck. Do not turn the head right or left. Really emphasize the exhalation, scooping the navel in and up. Let's try to hold a few more breaths here. Very detoxifying for the organs. You may even want to bend the knees and drop them around the ears or towards your chest. Never forcing the body into any shapes it's not ready for. Following your breath, steady flow in and out of the nose. Let's start to come down slowly. Using the hands. Once the hips are on the floor, shoot your legs straight up in the air. Point the toes and make little circles. So you're massaging around your sacrum, and then switch. And then take your arms out. Flip the palms over again. To help counter posture, let's bend the knees for a moment, put the feet down. I want you to press the head lightly into the mat. And then press the shoulders. Think about almost lifting your chest up. And just starting to reactivate the back muscles. Beautiful. Now go ahead and pick up the hips slightly and pivot them over to the right. So as we pivot our hips over to the right, we'll take the knees in and together and drop them to the left. So your knees fall towards the left side of your mat, and you'll look over to the right. Alternate variation or advanced variation to straighten the legs and catch the feet with the left hand. Keep turning the upper body to the right. Let's slowly come back to center. And remember, we pivoted our hips, so we need to put our feet down again. And now we're going to shimmy the hips over to the other side. Draw the knees in, and then drop them over to the right. This time, we'll be looking and reaching our upper body over towards the left. So we're going with our digestive system. Continuing to help things move out of the body, as well as awaken the digestive energy, the digestive fire. This is the spiraling energy that radiates from the solar plexus. This energy not only helps us to digest and extract energy from food, but it helps us to assimilate our experiences and convert, like a fire might help us release and transform. We can convert experiences into wisdom. So how we process, how we use transformation to awaken our own inner light, our own inner fire, awakening our passions. Just a few more breaths here. Using the earth beneath us, allowing the body to just drop in to the ground. Slowly becoming less effortful, more perceptive, more receiving, more surrendering. Inhale, come up. Adjust yourself back onto center. And then again, draw the knees into the chest, but have your hands on your knees and just start to open your knees wide and then bring them back together and just make some nice big circles here, moving your legs through the hip joint, and you're just allowing your pelvis to relax on the floor. And then change the direction. Super simple. Just slowing ourselves down. And then finally, opening the knees apart, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the weight of your legs release. And let's rest the hands on the navel, on the low abdomen. You'll want to allow there to be some space under your low back. Now, we did a lot of the activation here at the course. I want you now to really relax the abdominal wall, the pelvic floor. Relax the inner and outer hips. The hands here are to give us a little bit more perception to the movement of the abdomen, the natural moving of the belly as we start to relax our breathing, allowing the breath to move down towards the pelvis, down into the organs of reproduction, digestion, elimination, just sending that pranic energy down. And then really relaxing. So part of detoxifying is able to let go. Letting go even to the things that we cannot control. And ultimately, we cannot control our breath. So now we're going to drop into that full surrender, closing the eyes, letting the shoulders sink down into the ground, feeling the weight of your skull, letting the eyes sink into the head, separating upper and lower teeth, and then relaxing the tongue, maybe placing the tip of the tongue on the upper palate behind the two front teeth. Noticing if there's any tension in your jaw or in your throat. By becoming aware, we're able to choose. We can choose to hold on and try to control, or we can choose to accept and release, transform and integrate. This is the practice of transformation, of fire, and integration. The breath is becoming more natural, less audible, more subtle. And then stretch your legs out slowly, one at a time. And drop the arms down with the palms facing up. So you're able to fully relax your fingers. I would like you, with your eyes closed, with the body, once you find that you're able to settle into the floor, settle into stillness. Visualize a sun right behind the navel, your solar center, your power center, your light, your radiance, your sense of self-will, how you move through the world with determination, taking action. And feel that with every inhalation, that light is getting brighter. With each inhalation, this source of light is drawing in towards your center, getting brighter and more radiant, more luminescent. You may choose colors like yellow, orange, colors of fire, of the sun. You may be visualizing the sun. Maybe you're feeling or remembering how it feels to lay under the sun and feel that warmth on your skin. With each exhalation, feel and see and radiate that light throughout your body. Like the sun radiating its warmth and its light, the Shakti radiating off of Shiva, the inner stillness, the inner source. We feel that light radiating throughout our body. Warm, healing, sunlight. Before we make any sudden movements, before we even open our eyes, I would like you very gently just to start moving your fingers, like you are gently opening and closing the hands. And then wiggling the toes. When you feel ready, gently start to stretch your arms up and over your head, and then reach down through your legs. And feel a nice full body stretch. As you exhale, we'll start to bend our knees and place the soles of our feet on the earth. And then go ahead and roll onto one side. Pause there for a few moments. Eventually, we'll make our way to a seated posture. Let's once again take Agni Mudra. Left hand palm up in front of the navel, right hand thumb up on top, signifying the fire rising from our center. Take a few deeper breaths in and a longer breath out. We see and we feel the value within ourselves. We hold ourselves with grace, and we see the value and the grace within others. So we hold ourselves not in higher value, but in the same, the balance. I am no more of value than you and no less of value. This is the balancing of our solar plexus, our third chakra center. May the fire and the sun and the light continually awaken me to my own inner source of joy and happiness and power. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Namaste.